So I'm in my Firebase console space. I'll be breaking down this video into sections because network is a little bit slow. So we have to add a project here, and I'm going to call this Firebase app. Base app. Yeah, and then click on continue. Enable Google Analytics. Yeah, sure. Let's move over here with it. Let's just leave it at default. Uh, Automatically create a new property in this account. Yeah, we'll go ahead with that. Create a project. So it's going to take some time, seconds, maybe minutes. I don't know. Who knows? I don't work with Firebase. All right. So it's almost done. Yep. Let me snooze that. So my project is ready. I'll click on continue and it's going to take me to my space. Perfect. So first thing first I need to do is we are working with authentication. In the future we might be doing Firestore, real-time database, and storage, bucket storage. Let's just enable all of those shit right now. Authentication would only deal with email and password. That's our target for now. Later we'll integrate phone. So I'm going to enable this email link. No, I don't need this for now. Just save. Yeah, and let's just keep it simple. Oh, let's enable Firestore. We need to enable all these so that whenever we are creating our Android project on Firebase, it will have access to all these immediately. So let's create our database. Remember, Firestore is different from real time. We'll still do a video on that later. So I'm going to leave it at yours, the default. Yeah. So we're going to start in a test mode. We don't want to start in a non-test mode. Yeah. Okay. So it's provisioning the Cloud Firestore. Okay. Probably done. Next is we will create the real time. Yeah, so first of all, you have to do all this before you do any other thing. Trust me, except you want to have issues and you may not know where it is coming from. It's because you didn't enable all this. So let's just, but this will not affect us setting up our authentication. I'm going to start in test mode, enable. So the last but not the least is storage. I'm going to enable storage, get started with storage, start in test mode, and hit the next button. Click on done. So once all this is set up, we would go ahead to create an Android project. Quite easy, but not so easy anyway. So yeah, it takes some time to set up storage buckets, setting up security rule. Yeah, done. Thank you so much for getting done. All right. So next thing we need to do is probably go to project overview. We would add an app. What kind of app do we want to add? An Android app. Yeah. So previously when you use Firebase, you create a web app. But in this case, if you're using SJ Firebase, all you need to do is create an Android app. Yeah. So, what would our package name be? I don't know yet, but I'll call it com. Is it no? Let me just use org at SJ Firebase dot Firebase. I hope that word Firebase app. Yeah, let me leave it at that. So what's the Android name? This is optional, but I'll name it Firebase app. So here I'll just use my whatever. I'll register my app. So how do you get this certificate stuff? Um, there are guidelines for that. Let me see if I can. So I need to download this Google Service JSON, but that thing I entered there is not quite necessary. The SHA-1 key stuff not quite necessary, but we need it when we're dealing with Google authentications. Yeah. So, but I'll still show you when we start doing videos on Google authentication. So once it's downloaded, I'll click on next. Probably I'm using Groovy. Yeah, this is how you add it, but don't worry about this. Ignore all of this because we have already handled it. Yep. Click next. Click continue to the console. So we have our Firebase app already added here. Can we click on that? I don't know. Alright, we can't. So let's go ahead and copy this file. We're going to open our folder to this file. Mind you, this is not the name. It's added to, but it shouldn't. But anyway, let's just copy. We'll still rename it to the actual name. Copy. Go to our Firebase at the very root here. Let's paste it here. Paste. We need it to be here, directly here. Um, Python for Android will automatically add it for us to the whatever place it needs to be added. So why is it not adding paste? Maybe we okay, yeah, now it's let me make sure it's not copying twice. Okay, paste. Yeah, so we need to rename it. This should be the actual name, Google Service.json. That's just it. Hit enter and it's copied already. So sweet. I'm not going to add it to version control because we don't need it there. Let me remove this. So we are done setting up our Firebase. This is all we need. Yeah. So that's it. See you on the next video.